Let's play! Well, guys, welcome to another vlog, and today you actually get to see something very special. Me angry. Now, I'm not an angry person. I've never been. I'm the type of person who literally smiles through the day, and a lot of people hate that. A lot of people are like, God, how can you be so happy all the time? I don't know. Nothing really bothers me, and it kind of sucks because when the situation is serious, then I still sort of have that feeling in the back where it's like, it's better to be happy, which isn't good, like I said, in some situations. But regardless, today I was truly angry, and that's something that very rarely happens. Do I get truly angry? I might get peeved off, but very rarely have I felt like contempt. And it's probably bad that I'm doing this vlog because, I mean, if this person who I'm mad at sees this, they probably won't be very happy. But at the same time, you gotta realize, I have an opinion and I want to say it. And because I'm not really the most, outspoken person, I do tend to keep to myself usually, unless we're like good friends, then I'm off the walls crazy. But, okay, let me set the scene. We were in a hall of around 700 students, like a big ass hall. And so there we were sitting down, we were put into groups. I was group U, because for some reason, last name B, group U, I don't know. So I go down, and we have to sit in these little groups, these little line rows. Thankfully, we're at the front, so we actually split up into 2 rows. So our first topic of the day, because the class is ED Education 210, which is Intro to Educational Technologies. Which, hey, I love technology. Heck, I'm using it right now. And it really was a class on, like, how can we use Twitter, Facebook, Edmodo, whatever that is, and Google Plus in the classrooms to promote learning environment. And so, of course, I'm not, it's funny, because even though I love technology, I still think that it doesn't necessarily have to be in the classroom, and that paper is fine. So, our question was, like, so we had to get in this group and open up a Google document, and we were all supposed to all write in, like, our answers to, like, what are some advantages to using this in the classroom? So this one girl is like, you know what, let's, instead of all using Google Documents, that's just tedious and stupid considering we're all in a line, let's just talk. So we did that. We all talked to each other. But this is where the problem happened. We started discussing, and this one girl, now, she said she was 30, but she must have been like exactly 30 because she still looked kind of young. Hey, I got a text. That's cool. But she looked kind of young, but I'm going to actually answer that so I don't keep getting it beeped. Okay, see, technology. That's an example. But, okay, so like I said, she said she was 30, but she must like just turned 30 because she still looked pretty young. But the problem was she had the grumpy cat face. In case, I don't know if you noticed, but I hate memes, so there's that. For those of you who don't know, it's basically this. That's her default expression. Anger, contempt. Just overall, just, like, there's no other face to do. So, she was there, and we're talking, how did this start? Oh, right. We were talking about Twitter first off, because that's the one that the teacher at the front was like, this is what I use all the time, and might be a good example for you to use. And hey, you know what? Twitter would work for older classrooms and stuff. I'm not going to argue there. But at the same time, it wouldn't work for younger ones. There's my argument. I said that. This is what she said. Well, for this class, I made a Twitter because the teacher told me to. She didn't. And it was the most horrible thing I've ever done. It is such a terrible technology, and I feel dirty using it. I'm just like, excuse me? It's like, when I first made it, I'm going Sonic here. Oh, God. It's like, when I first made it, they'd made me follow 5 people. I don't know 5 people on Twitter, so I followed these people, and they were saying stupid stuff. See, I can't stop from going Sonic. They were saying stupid stuff. And I'm like, okay. And then she started going on like, oh, this is what got me. She's like, if you update your Facebook more than once a week, then I'm going to unfriend you and block you. I made it so that no one can search up my Facebook because I need my privacy and I check it once a month. And she kept going on and demonizing technology. I swear she was like some neo-Luddite, which I learned. I said that when talking about my grandparents and mom. They're like, I was like, God, she's like a Luddite. And my parents were like, everyone was like, what's a Luddite? Because, I don't know, maybe they didn't learn about it in school. We did. Luddites are people who hate technology. Maybe I was talking about the wrong thing. I'm gonna go Google right now to make sure that I am not being an idiot. Can you guys stop messaging me? Define Luddite. Yeah, a member of any bands of the English workers who destroyed machinery, especially in cotton and woolen mills. Person opposed to increased industrialization or new technology. Yeah, Luddite, that's what she is. She was such a, like, number one, this is a requirement to get your teaching degree. Teaching stuff. So, I understand that she didn't want to be here, but at the same, oh, and by the way, she wanted to be an elementary teacher. Get this. This person wanted to be an elementary teacher. Now, call me crazy, but isn't it good to be happy around children? I know, I understand. I've worked with children this summer, and children are not easy to be happy with. You know, and people are like, oh my God, you're blowing it out of the water. Children aren't that bad. And no. Children can be terrible little demons at times, but you notice I'm smiling because at other times they're not. And you know, so if you're working with children, be happy about it. Children respond to being happy. No child will ever like a person, like a child, even if you scare them into liking you, number one, that's impossible. But they will never like you. They will never work for you if you are angry at them. Be happy and they will work with you. And it's funny because I'm like, people have told me, wow, you're in education, you're elementary, right? And I'm like, no. Because I don't like children, but I put on the act of I pretend to like children, basically, is what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. So just like, and this person, she kept talking and demonizing. We're in a group of 12, and every time someone bring up a point, it's like, oh, you know, this site is free and has, you know, good privacy settings. She'd be like, well, in my days, oh God, what? No, this is what it was. We're talking about like what's an advantage to using technology as opposed to classic stuff, and one of them was like, okay, if a student is sick, they can still get their supplies and do their homework. And she's like, what if a child is dying in a hospital and dies because I gave them homework? We're like, excuse me? And she's like, back in my day, if you were sick, you were sick. You weren't expected to do homework, and that's the way I want it to be. And we're like, well, fine, that's the way you want it to be. But that defeats the purpose of education. It's like, for instance, you know, as a kid, there were kids like, I want to be a teacher when I grow up, and I'm never going to give homework. And, oh, wow, that was a good kid voice. And it's like, so, like I was saying before I was interrupted, which, again, hey, that's what happens when I'm living down here. You know, like the kids who say, you know, I'm never gonna give homework when I'm repeating myself. It defeats the purpose of being a teacher, because as a teacher, you're supposed to realize, hey, homework is important. Like, I know my mom, she was a teacher. She said, we're not gonna give homework on weekends because, you know, it's not a good idea to have them stress out over, you know, Saturday should be a day of study, Sunday should be a day of rest. And that makes sense. You know, you review Saturday, and like the review could just be self-done review. And so I agree with that to a point. But to completely say no homework, so she's basing it off of what she wanted as a kid. And I don't know. She just, and I mean, at least there was other people there who were like, you know, where I lived, that was when we were sick, we had to do our homework, and like that was normal. She's like, well, I lived in a rural place, and she was like, I did too. So she just opposed everything, and again, same face, the same extreme frown, just an like, and I hey, I'm not judging off of appearance here, I'm judging off of personality, but she was just ugly, just, you know. Nothing bothers me more than just people who are so pessimistic. And it's like, I know my family says I'm pessimistic at times, but it's not pessimistic. I'm being real sometimes. Sometimes I'm being honest. It's like, I know I can't do this. And they're like, no, you need to try. And I'm like, there's a point where it's like, no, I know I can't do this. So I need to move my chair. Also, my Beowulf shirt. I love my shirt, the comfy shirt. So I don't know. I've never just been angry before. And the worst part is I have to work with her the entire class time. So that's not fun. But hey, what am I going to do? I'm not in charge here. Instead, I'm in school. Yep, I'm still in school. Kind of weird to think that I thought at the end, whoa, grade 12 is done. I am out of school, on to life. No. Another at least 5-6 years for sure. Because I know they say it's like, education should only take 4 years. And it's like, no. The amount of stuff I have to take, the amount of stuff that's extra that I can take, and I don't even know if I want to go into education. Judging from freaking late Victorian English, I don't think I'm going to get through that. And I don't know if I'm going to like English. I don't know what's going to happen with life. But all I know is that this person makes me angry. And that is my opinion. If she happens upon this video, which I trace the steps, she can find a way. I don't think she will. Because again, she doesn't like me. Because I like technology. And so I just think she probably looks at me and is just like, scum. Which, hey, that's your opinion. Honestly, I'm not the person that cares about people's opinions of me. Heck, I don't care about my opinion of me. Yes, I am chubby. And you know what? Hey, I accept that. I'm healthy, though. I know that. I am, the whole runs in the family thing? Well, it definitely does. My entire family's chubby. And the funny thing is, I'm probably one of the more fit ones. Because I do have to walk a lot now. And I've always walked a lot. I like walking places, Whenever I wanted to buy a new video game, I'd walk to the store. Well, actually, bike. But it's like, here's my house. Up a hill. And down back over here is where I can buy the cards. The PlayStation gift cards, 3DS cards. Then I have to bike back up and go way back down. So that was fun. It kept me in shape, though, I gotta say. For instance, I walked, Hub Mall is the mall that is the hub of our university. And I walked from here to here, which is about 3-4 blocks, because it's long. I walked from here to here 4 times in total. Because my friends didn't tell me where they were eating supper. Angel. They didn't tell me. So that's fun. So yeah, I'm angry at that and okay with the other part. So, yeah. Otherwise, it's been going good. No technology here still. With the exception of, I finally have my controller so I can play Skullgirls, and my recently bought Sonic All-Stars Racing on Lappy here, who can play games. I can't record them very well, though, so don't expect many PC playthroughs of, heavy games. 8 Plus was fine because it's just text, but, yeah. That's my life. Otherwise, I will see you guys next time. Don't be that person. That's all I'm gonna say. Don't be a grumpy person. It's like those old people. You see those old people who are their neutral faces. And it's like, just lighten up. You probably won't die so quickly if you do. And it sucks to say, but if you're grumpy, you probably don't care for life. And you're just hanging on. You're just like, well, if I have to. No, it'd be more. That was an ugly face. I apologize. But enough about that. I will see you guys later, where hopefully I'm not angry. If I make a vlog exactly 1 week from now, you'll know what it's about. See you guys next time. Ciao.